Hi there, we're on Quest 38, so we're gradually heading to Iceland. Sorry about the little echo there, it's a very acoustic church actually. We're at St Jodocus Church in Borger in Germany, in northwest Germany. It's commonly been called Giguel after the eldest son of Uthiel, who became king of Brittany in the year 630 CE. Now what's quite fascinating about that is that this has been a spiritual place here, this vicinity, since BCE, around about sort of 800 BCE to be fair. So let me just show you around. It's got some interesting, I like the way that they've mixed the modern in the church with the old, as it were. There's some fascinating pieces here. We're just going to quickly scan down here and then we'll come back on ourselves. I've took pictures of the priest over there in the corner, which is quite interesting, and his hidden sort of guardian angel underneath him, which is quite unusual. I haven't seen that before. But as we can see through here, it's just wonderfully kept. Absolutely beautiful. There's not too much of this video I want to show you. I'll show you some of the stained glass windows that are quite interesting to me. I particularly like this one, if I can get zoomed in on it, in particular, to the right vicinity. You see we've got the bird there. You can make that out in the modern artwork there, the bird resting on this man's shoulders, which is quite interesting close. And here, the process that's going on there in the actual shot in the frame, which is quite fascinating. A very mixed of modern art, as I say, but it's really fascinating. Just give you a pan round here to show you that amazing high altar. Now look at that. That's absolutely beautiful. I love all the almost like Aztec style, I guess. That's probably the way I'd go down the road of. Especially with these things. I'll just give you a little zoom up on that if I can. Now this one here, look at that, it's absolutely amazing. The detail that goes into these. And they're sort of deposited around the church in different places. You've got the usual signs of the cross going around on each side of the wall and the stages of the process and all that, if you buy into that at all. But what I particularly like is this one. Now this one I find really interesting because it's very sacrificial. If we look at that very closely, so it's got very much a sort of Aztec theme about it. Amazing. And look here, this is what I really want to grab you to, if you can see that, if you ever get a chance to see that. We've got not humans blessing each other, we've got creatures blessing each other. Now you could say, well, yeah, they're humans with the heads and the robes and things, but they don't look very human to me, which I find quite interesting. Especially the height and the scale to where they are. So, very good. As we go around here, we've got the usual parts that you get in most churches, really. You've got some kind of flag or representation. And then we head up here to this beautiful. I'm sorry about the lighting here. The lighting is a bit weird here, actually, to be fair. So, just coming around here. And this is absolutely amazing. The altar that they've got there. Now look at this. The breaking of the bread at the Last Supper. If you can see that there. It's really good. I can get a little zoom in on there. We've got the sheaf of wheat. We've got people either side, both male figures either side of the Jesus. Jesus is breaking the bread. And then there's 3 cups. Do you see the three cups there? There's not a whole set of people around the table. There's 3 of them there. And on one side we've got the sheaf of wheat. When we go to the other side, we've got almost like a half piece of a human there, sort of just raising his arm up, as if he's guarding them, really. So that looks very much like an inner sanctum. And there's only the 3 of them there at the table, breaking the bread, which I think is really interesting, especially if you sort of look at the biblical terminology and things. There we are. And as we come to here, just coming round, we've got our usual lady altar area, which is quite good, the lady chapel, or section of the church. Very nice. And then we're just going to come up to here. There's only one more thing, and 2 more things, I guess, I want to show you up here. I say there's a lot of mixture of modern with old. Now, it's not about the artwork as such. It's more about what's in the artwork. What's the story they're trying to tell us always? And here, I see that very clearly. It is very clear that there is a blessing from Mary Magdalene to the cow and the calf. Now, in some traditions, in some religions, they'll say you shouldn't eat beef because, the cow is sacred. And I think they're probably right in many respects. Perhaps we shouldn't be eating beef, really, I guess. But eat other animals and things, that's what nature does. Nature does that, but as spiritual beings, perhaps in our spiritual essence, perhaps we're not meant to eat beef. Could be an answer there, really. There's a thought of the day. I love the little things and details, all the wonderful little designs they've got on here as we go around. Now, we're only on the first sort of set of the quest, we're only just starting off. Now, the reason why this is quite an interesting place to be is because my great-grandfather was in this area at one point in time. And if we go back to the Templars, the area of the Knights Templar, they were certainly dominant and present in this area. And this particular area was used as one of the banking depositories, actually, for some of their main banking. And the jewels as well, which is quite interesting. So if you do your research on there, you'll certainly get the Templars coming up here. So we're at, say, St Jodocus Church in Borger, B-O-R-G-E-R, Germany. Absolutely beautiful place to be on Thursday the 26th of October 2023.